My name is Juanma and I am a professor of wind power at the Renewable Energy Masters program of VIU University, the Valencian International University. I've been teaching renewable energy for 4 years this year now. In terms of job creation, we can see that the economic impact of wind power is located in 3 different groups: direct jobs, indirect jobs, and induced jobs. In terms of direct jobs, we have jobs such as construction, installation, maintenance, and operation of wind turbines. In terms of indirect jobs, we can see impact in manufacturing of wind turbines components, supply chain, logistics, and transportation. And in terms of induced jobs, we can see increased demand in local services and businesses due to the influx of workers and economic activity. From those jobs, we can differentiate between technical and skilled labor or non-technical roles. At our university, we provide labor for both groups. For example, I have students that are engineers or are technicians or are environmental specialists, and they are mixed in our groups with those that are more focused on project management or sales and marketing. Both groups need the knowledge, the same level of knowledge, and both study the same course in renewable energy. Well, in terms of the geographic impact of the job market, we can see regional impact and global impact. In terms of regional impact, we can see how local communities benefit from wind farm projects. We've seen this many times. In Spain specifically, we have a lot of examples in the northwest region of Spain. In terms of the global trend, the international scale of wind energy jobs is increasing, and not only because there are certain countries that are developing the onshore wind farms, but also those countries that apparently were, let's say, saturated of the onshore are moving to offshore. So the increasing trend keeps its nature. Well, as I mentioned earlier, the growth potential is clear. For example, here in Spain, as we are moving to offshore, those technicians, very skilled technicians working in onshore, will move to offshore, and then will let their position to new technicians to cover those positions. And also, we've seen, especially with this change of framework to offshore, how there are specific technological advancements that are driving some efficiency, which requires lifelong learning. This happens in many industries, but especially in wind power, in wind farms, technicians need to keep on learning and learning. At the Valencian International University, we prepare our students for both the design and the operation phase of the main renewable energy facilities. In my case, it's for wind farms specifically. We take into account the technical aspects, also that those facilities had to be maintained over the course of time, but we also need to take into account the regulations. First, because if we don't have the permits of the local governments, there is no way we can build those facilities. And at the end of the day, there is a very interesting fact, is that everything is connected. What do I mean with this? Not many people know, but Spain, we were pioneers in the railway sector as we were in the wind energy sector, right? Because we have, among other countries, a specific location and strong and constant winds. So we started creating wind farms 25, 30 years ago that gather a know-how in our country that I would say no other country has. This, with our connection with Latin America, has evolved in a way that this industry is delocalized, which means that the design, if you have all the data, the design can be done anywhere. And also, as you propose the solution based as a reference on the regulations of your country, somehow you are suggesting the regulations for those countries. So there is a lot of technology, a lot of countries involved in this sector. So, for example, wind turbines created in Norway, they know the Spanish regulation, they know the Latin American regulation. Now the US is big in designing wind farms. So there is not much difference, which means, you know, any bit of study, of knowledge, of training you get is going to allow you to work anywhere in the world.